Hello, guys, and welcome to a new episode of Sound Design. Today, we're going to be creating the lead from Ummet Ozcan. Raise your hands down or up, whatever. This is how it's going to sound like. Sorry, I didn't have the. Ooh, let me turn the size down. Sorry, I didn't have the MIDI file, but that's how the sound is going to sound like. It's very identical, just not layered. So in order to get the full sound, you're going to have to layer it with probably another super saw, but this is going to be your top layer. It's going to be the focus of the sound, and it's going to give that sound, that greedy sound that you want. So I always get messages from people like, oh, like I make super saws, blah, 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 and they don't sound like yours. They don't sound like drops and what. So today I'm going to be going through a little bit of the things that it takes to do it. So let's get started. So we have Oscillator A1, and this sound can be found in my sound bank, the new one I released. There's so many sounds on here from famous artists and new stuff that you guys need to check out. So if you haven't bought it, buy it. If you can't afford it, who knows, maybe in the future I'll be able to torrent it. But let's keep going. So Oscillator A1, we're going to have a saw with 8 voices, detunement straight at 12, phase is at 0, volume is going to be lowered to 5.95. Now, detunement is a key whenever you're creating drop sounds. And don't be fooled by like, oh, it sounds so trancy and shit when you detune it, or it sounds so hard stylish and it doesn't sound big and fat and blah blah. Don't worry, we're gonna do some post processing in order to get the sound. So, amp envelope A, we're gonna have decay and sustain all the way up and a little bit of release. Oscillator A2, we're gonna have another saw with 8 voices, so this is a super saw, and volume all the way up. No phase, no detunement, no nothing, just the same. Make sure the retrig is on though. Filter A, and this is a key part of the sound, is a bandpass filter. What is a bandpass? A bandpass straight at 12, you're gonna have pretty much nothing, like your standard sound. But when you move it to the left, you're gonna have more of the lows coming out, and to the right, you're gonna have more of the highs coming out. And the resonance in bandpass is so high that it allows you to, get certain sound, like certain frequencies straight out of your sound. So that's how we created this lead. Cutoff is going to be set to 478.79 hertz, the resonance at 3.14, drive at 2.29, and 12 dB type. Next, we're going to go into the filter control, where we're going to have it at 42.55 hertz, resonance all the way up to 3.67, and key track at 0.81 with the worm drive on. Okay, so let's see. Cool. Now we're going to go into part B. Don't worry about this. I'll try to experiment with the tri-saw, but it didn't really work out. So just put it down to a saw. It doesn't really matter. Amp envelope B is going to be decay. Is going to be at 5.23 and sustain at 6.72. So this is not going to be as loud as part A. And here all we're doing is putting another saw, 8 voices, and leave it all the same. So there's really not much to do but leave the retrig on. And then, oops, sorry, wrong side. Part B. Down an octave. Saw, 8 voices, volume all the way up. No detunement. Yeah, I guess you do leave it like that by default. Just lower it down an octave, sustain, decay there. And no filter for this side. And we're almost done. Yes, not so much work to create these sounds. All we're really going to do, and this is a key sound that I tell a lot of people, you want something to sound punchy, you're going to do some pitch enveloping. So what you're going to do is you're going to put this back by 0.76. And you're going to put the decay at 1.26. Attack at 0.57. And we should be done. So, you want to hear without this? This is how it's going to sound like. So when you put that pitch, you're kind of adding more punchiness to the sound. So I like it more when it comes from the back, because it comes back to 0 and it's like wham, 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 and it's perfect the way I like it. Here we have pitch A, and this is up to you guys. If you guys want to add some rate, you put this up all the way, and then you add the gain slowly, but it's not recommended. Now we're going to go into distortion. We're going to have an overdrive distortion with the amount of 1.86, dry and wet up all the way. We're going to EQ this with a 2-pole EQ. Since we're using a bandpass filter, a 2-pole will fit us more. We're going to put the EQ treble all the way up to compensate for the fact that it's a bandpass. Bandpass don't tend to be that loud. Frequency at 65.03.83 hertz, so we're bringing those highs up. We're going to bring the bass up too, because again we have to compensate for the fact that the bandpass is taking a lot of our lows away. So we're going to put the bass at 10.86 dB, frequency at 398.52 hertz. So the best way to use this EQ is to use it with the spectrum analyzer from Ableton, and you just look at what frequency it's at, and you just boost those to the ones you want. And finally, we just add some reverb, dry and wet at 55, pre-delay at 62.86, so that's before the reverb kicks in, which sucks ass in Silent 1. Spire's pre-delay is like, if you put it all the way up, it takes like 2 seconds for it to come out, so it's pretty cool. Dampness at 2.05, size at 6.76, and this is going to decide how big your reverb is, by the way. I have a feeling the size, it's kind of like a combination of how big the room is and the algorithm using Silent 1 is using, and it also increases the decay, because the higher the size you put it, the more decay you have. So just giving you a heads up. And yeah, we should have that. We're gonna lower mix B down all the way, and then if you choose to add it, that's all on you guys. I put it there for you guys. You can add it to get more of the lows, but for now we're gonna leave mix A up at 6.38, main volume all the way up, and we are done. And actually, forgot, put the mono legato on, Portamento at 6.52 normal, and you can get those pitch flies. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the sound. The sound is available in my sound bank, but I showed you guys how to do it. I thought it would be nice to give a freebie away. I'll have this up on my Facebook page probably in like a day. But yeah, you guys can recreate it through here. If it doesn't sound the same, then just wait for me to put it up. I am really busy today. I have to get a few things done for some labels. So I'll see you guys next time, and I hope you guys enjoy these sounds. Make sure to check out my other videos, and I'll see you guys next week.